Hello. What's up, guys? I'm in my kitchen right now because I'm about to make some bread. I guess for today's vlog, I'm gonna do some cooking. J&J's Kitchen. I should put on the apron. Hold that thought. Bam! It's official. We're back in J&J's Kitchen. Alright guys, so today we are gonna be making some gluten-free bread. Just regular old gluten-free sandwich bread. A lot of breads you can buy, and I normally do, but Jenna suggested I make some bread just so we have a lot of it, and you know, it's fun to make bread, you know?
There's no reason why with all the technology of bread making that exists that you couldn't make your own bread and have delicious hot sandwich bread every day. I know you like your sandwiches.
There you go.
Paige is gonna sit and judge us.
Paige is gonna sit and judge us.
And I'm gonna make dinner.
So for this recipe, you're gonna need milk or almond milk, honey or agave we can use, active dry yeast, all-purpose flour, xanthan gum, baking powder, salt, apple cider vinegar, olive oil, and eggs or egg replacements. All right, so we're gonna measure 1.5 cups of the almond milk, warm it, and then we're gonna add the honey and yeast to it. 4 tablespoons of honey and 2 tablespoons of dry yeast. We're gonna let that mixture sit for 10 minutes, but we gotta warm the milk first. So we got our milk. We're gonna throw this in the microwave and get it warmed up. So we're gonna take 2.5 teaspoons of yeast and add it to this mixture. It worked out exactly perfect. And 4 tablespoons of agave. Now we're gonna stir that up a little bit and just let it sit. All right, so now we are gonna combine all of our dry ingredients in a small bowl while the yeast sits, which is 3 cups of all-purpose gluten-free flour, powdered carbs, baby. You like that?
Yeah.
1 teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. By the way, this little fucking thing, the edge in the baking powder to flatten out your scoop, that's a fucking genius idea. I like that. And lastly, 1.5 teaspoons of xanthan gum. This is gonna make the bread not crumble to pieces when you touch it. See, right now I'm struggling because I don't have that little flattener. I'm doing it manually. I feel like I'm in the Stone Ages again because I was there before. All right, we got all the dry ingredients done. Now it's just important that we like mix them all together in this bowl. This is the dry bowl. Nobody drinks alcohol in this bowl. That was such a bad joke. All right, so just mix all the dry ingredients together so that they're all one kind of mixture of dryness. So this yeast is almost done resting, but while we let it have a couple more minutes, we are gonna combine all the wet ingredients in one bowl, which is the eggs, olive oil, vinegar, and we are gonna mix it. If you have an electronic mixer, that works great, or you can whisk it. So 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup of olive oil, and then the 2 eggs. And you're not a real chef until you crack eggs with one hand. That's a lie. That's such a lie. I just like to do it. Oh, it's like a 50% success rate for me. Literally half the time I will just drop.
I'll teach you how to do it.
Well, I think I got a good technique.
If you do it on a flat surface, it works better.
Oh, it cracks it right?
Yeah. And then
Here in J&J's Kitchen, this is live. We are reporting live with it.
from the vegan with the technique.
That should be like your online username now. Vegan with technique.
Pretty dope.
Pretty dope.
But you don't specify what kind of technique.
No, yeah, you're just a versatile vegan with crazy technique and everything. Ooh. Okay, baby. Get fucked. And now I'm gonna add the yeast and I'm gonna mix some more. So this is fully mixed as a wet bowl of ingredients. And it's not a real recipe unless it starts flying out of the bowl like that. That means we're doing it right. We'll clean that up later. The important part is that we whisked it. All right, so we gotta mix the wet and the dry ingredients, which means we need a big ass bowl. We also are gonna need to have the electronic mixer mix that bread up. So we're gonna change it from the whisk to an actual bread mixer. Yeah, this will work. We'll figure it out. All right, so now we are gonna add the dry ingredients to our wet ingredients and make our bread mixture. I'm actually gonna get in here with my hands real quick because I feel like it might help. The dough should be thick, wet, and sticky. At first, you just gotta keep working it. Now we're gonna grease up the baking pan, which we're gonna use. I got mine right here, and I'm gonna use Pam because everyone loves chemicals to keep their shit from sticking to the other shit. So I'm gonna spray this pan, and then you're gonna use a spatula to basically empty all of your bread mix into this, and you're gonna smooth it over with the spatula. And then, well, let's just do that, and then I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Is it zoomed in? Jenna's rocking the camera right now. Thanks, babe. Now I'm gonna unload all the bread mix in here.
Unload?
Why you gotta make it weird?
You made it weird.
I just said unload. That's what I'm doing. I'm unloading it into the pan. Cameraman and girlfriend is 12. Basically what you want is it to be all completely level. So you want it to be flat all the way around, and it's gonna rise. The key is to not let it rise above the line of the pan. Once it gets to there, that's when you're gonna throw it in the oven. But right now we should be preheating the oven to 375.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the guy that makes his gluten-free bread? His name is Julian, and he works at J&J's Kitchen.
So once this is in here, we're letting the oven preheat, 375. You don't want it to rise above the height of the pan.
Let it rise,
no,
let it
no.
rise, let it rise.
No, don't let it rise.
This little bread of mine.
Don't let it rise.
I'm gonna let it shine. This little bread of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, the floor is slippery because you sprayed Pam into another dimension, Julian.
Now we can ice rink while we cook.
No, it's dangerous.
It's funny. So right before we throw it in, now is when you're gonna want to throw your little accessories on. Chocolate chips, little chips of glass, stuff like that. That makes it really interesting.
You nasty.
Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, fam. Bread is risen. Oven's hot. We're gonna throw our, excuse me, Peach. We're gonna throw our bread in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes. You're gonna keep an eye on it. You want an internal temperature if you're gonna use a thermometer of about 200 to 225 degrees. But yeah, let's get it going because I want some fucking bread, man. Let's do it. All right, so we took the bread out of the oven and we just sliced it and it looks beautiful. It's piping hot. I actually let it rest for a couple minutes because that's what you're supposed to do. But it's hot, it's fresh, it's soft, it's fluffy. It looks really good. I'm gonna taste it soon.
Whoa, Otter.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped I did this. Thank you for forcing me to do it, babe.
You're welcome.
Next, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna put some butter on it and take a bite for you guys and let you know how it is. But I want you to know that my next bread recipe is most likely gonna be sourdough. It's a lot more intense, but I love sourdough bread and I haven't had it since almost 9 years. So I'm gonna take a bite now, so let's see how this is. Put a little bit of butter, because I'm a simple man and butter is all I need on some toast. My mom used to bake bread for me fresh and this is what that reminds me of. Don't judge me on the amount of butter I put. Sometimes you just gotta go to town. All right, let's taste it. So this is just fresh out of the oven. Julian's gluten-free bread.
Is it good?
It's so good. It's like light and fluffy, but it's not falling apart.
Yeah. Would you eat a sandwich on it?
Hell yeah. I'm glad I got a whole loaf. Anyway, I hope you guys got some out of this recipe. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments on what we should do next in JJ's Kitchen, or if you have a recipe for sourdough bread, let me know. I'm happy with this. Anyway, if you guys want to cook this bread, follow this recipe, let me know how it is, send me pictures. Thanks for watching JJ's Kitchen. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye guys.